Naam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Innal hamdalillah abda'u bismillahi musta'ina radhin bihi mudabbiran mu'ina. Alhamdulillahi kama hadana ila sabilil haqqi wajtabana. Nahmaduhu subhanahu wa nashkuruh wa min masawil a'mali nastaghfir wa nasta'inuhu ala nailir ridha wa nastamiddu lutfahu fima qadha. Wa ba'du hadha an-nazmu fil usuli liman arada manhajar rasuli. Ayyuhal mu'minun, usikum wa nafsi bitaqwallahi azza wa jalla. وراقبوه مراقبة من يعلم أنه يسمعه ويراه واعلم وتزود فإن خير الزاد التقوى. إخوة الإسلام، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل، فإنه وصية الله إلينا وإلى الأولين، حيث قال: ولقد وصينا الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم وإياكم أن اتقوا الله. قال الله تعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم حكاية عن هذا: اتق الله حيث ما كنت واتبع السيئة الحسنة تمحها وخالق الناس بخلق حسن. أيها المستمعون، الدار جنة عدن إن عملت بما يرضي الإله، فإن فردت فالنار. هما محلان ما للمرء غيرهما، فانظر لنفسك ماذا أنت تختار. أما بعد. Praise be to Allah, the sustainer of this universe, the creator, the one to whom we seek forgiveness and refuge. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those that are pious and conscious and right doing. Allahumma ameen. May peace and blessings be showered upon the last apostle Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wasallam for the great and effective role and work he done into us. For real, the Prophet done such a good job. It's being biased if the Prophet's name is mentioned and we don't take some time to pray for him. May we be among those that held on that track till the final day. Allahumma ameen. I urge you and call upon your total concentration on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's words. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us conscious and pious. Allahumma ameen. Because it's one of the little and very few deeds that Allah needs from us on the day of meeting him. As he mentions in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatihi. O you who believe, fear Allah in the very way that you must do. Wala tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. None of you should temper to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala minus having belief in his hand. So we need to hold on to believing into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tightly, knowing that on the final day or in the day of meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is one of the issues and the things that we must accompany ourselves with. Al-Jannatu daru adin. Paradise is a place. In amilta bima yurdi al-ilah, that is granted or rewarded to a person who does that pleases the Creator. فَإِنْ فَرَطْتَ فَالنَّارُ, if you go astray, if you turn negative, hell awaits you. مَا لِلْمَرْءِ غَيْرِهِمَا هُمَا مَحَلَّانِ, there are two destinations that a person is not going to forego. It's either this or the other. فَانْظُرْ لِنَفْسِكَ مَاذَا أَنْتَ تَخْتَارُ, it's on to you to choose. You've got a chance and a golden chance for you to choose which destination fits your understanding in the first place, which destination fits your health, which understanding fits your level of education. When dealing with calling people onto doing good, we use either of the two ways. We either tell them what to receive in return positively, or we tell them what to receive in return negatively. Into very many aspects, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions these two ways in the Quran. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions destination for those that do good, and their destination is paradise. And on several occasions, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the destination of those that do bad, and that's hell. So we either choose using this or using the other. And when calling people to doing good, we choose either of the two ways. I want to make this clear to you that the most treasured thing in front of we is our deen. It doesn't give sense for one to having freedom of worship and then look for other bounties. However, one is free to look for various bounties in addition to freedom of worship. لكن فليبقى على علم على أن الإسلام أولا. One has to have it in mind and in brains that having freedom of worship, having freedom of performing what you must do or what you must perform in regards to doing right to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what comes first. موضوعنا اليوم, our topic is going to go as follows. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in one of the verses, فَلَا تَعْلَمْ نَفْسٌ مَا أُخْفِيَ لَهُم مِّن قُرَّةِ أَعْيُنٍ جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. A person is not aware, a person does not know what Allah has hid from their sight as a reward for their deeds. So it's very much easy for a person to live entirely not knowing what Allah has for them as rewards for what they've performed on this earthly life. So as you perform all you perform, or as you do all you do, be knowing that there are a lot of bounties and good things that Allah has hid from your sight that are good in regards for what you're performing or for what you're doing. We're going to use one of the tafsirs to describe this verse, and that book is called La Tahzan Wabtasim Lil Hayat. Don't be sad. Do not be sad. you can still have a smile in life. This book breaks down the other verse in a way that makes a person confident, that makes a person who has been thinking that they are belittled on earth, they are the most sad, and they are the people going into the most hardships in life. This verse and this tafsir makes you relieved. You feel free because a lot is going to be said and in favor of you. The writer states and say, La tahzan, فَالْجَنَّةُ تَشْتَاقُ إِلَيْكَ. Do not be sad. Allah's paradise is awaiting. Allah's paradise is warmly and eagerly waiting for you. You who feels that you're nothing on this earth. The paradise is warmly and eagerly waiting for you to enter, for you to concentrate, for you to penetrate into it. You who think that you're the person who goes through the biggest and most hardships in this life. La tahzan, don't feel sad. You can still have that smile onto you. People can find you smiling, not because you have a lot in your pocket, not because you've had all the meals, not because everything is moving smoothly, but knowing Al-Jannatu tashtaqu ilayk. Paradise is waiting for you to penetrate and to come into it. Ya man ta'alla qalbahu bihadhihi ad-dunya al-faniya. O you who sticks their life, their heart onto this earthly life that's timely. وَظَنْ أَنَّهَا هِيَ دَارُ الْخُلْدِ. And you gain a belief that this is a permanent situation, that this life is going to last. وَهِيَ الْجَنَّةُ الْبَاقِي. To an extent, a person sticks their belief and their heart onto this earthly life, making it look as paradise. You know, it's paradise that's going to be permanent. It's that life that we are going into after here that's going to be permanent, that's going to last entirely. But this life that we are living in now, it's just timely. Fear not, it's just timely. فَإِنْ فَقَدْتَ شَيْئًا مِنْ مَتَاعِهَا الزَّائِلَةِ. When a person misses or feels having inadequacy in any of the bounties that are gained on this earthly life, حَزُنَ عَلَيْهِ حَزَنًا شَدِيدًا. They feel sad. You can find a person that missed lunch shedding a lot of tears. You can find a person who has dropped their 10k shedding a lot of tears. You can find a person that has missed any of the bounties that are gained on this earthly life in a lot of tears. And you who has no knowledge about what's coming after, you feel this person has to do this. This person is doing right. But for those that know, for those that have got a hint about what is going to come in the hereafter, tell this person not to overshed tears, not to fade and bleach their smiles, to regain and retain and maintain their smiles. They still have a lot that awaits them. Hal nasita, are you forgetting? Al-Jannatu allati a'addaha Allahu li'ibadihi al-mu'minin. Are you forgetting paradise that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala organized paradise for his believers, for the people that believe in what they are told. وَجَعَلَ فِيهَا, and put into paradise, مَا لَا عَيْنٌ رَأَتْ, that their eyes, our eyes, has never witnessed. وَلَا أُذُنٌ سَمِعَتْ, and we've never heard of what's in paradise. وَلَا خَطَرَ عَلَى قَلْبِ بَشَرٍ, and this has never hit our understandings. What's in paradise? We've never heard about what's in paradise. We've never witnessed. We've never had a sight onto what's in paradise, and we've never thought of what's in paradise. That's the level of what Allah has gazetted for us. So as you do good, as you make yourself live what people regard to being enjoyment, when you circle your heart onto doing what's right, have this in mind. Al-Jannatu tashtaqu ilayk, in the first place. Paradise is awaiting for you. Secondly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has organized for you what you've never had in your life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to reward you to satisfaction. Ayyuhal faqir, or you who think you're poor, la tahzan, don't feel sad, don't cry, don't shed any tear. Falmulkul kabir fi intidharika fi jannati rahman. You're going to become a king. A kingdom, a very big kingdom, is awaiting for you in Allah's paradise. So as of now, you feel you're the poorest, right? Because you've not had anything like a coin in your pocket. You can spend a semester when your accountability does not go beyond 200,000. And as you sit down, you sit back, you feel, into this university, I'm the poorest. According to my daily expense, and to my monthly expense, and to my academic expense, you feel you're the poorest person on earth, simply because you don't feel any penny in your pocket or in your wallet. The writer is telling you, ayyuhal faqir, or you who think you're in this situation, la tahzan, don't get sad at any moment. Falmulkul kabir, because a very big kingdom, be it a chiefdom, be it what, but anything regards to having power, awaits you in Allah's paradise. You may ask yourself, I who? I as who? In my very cheap accounts like this, can I become a king? Ama alimta anna adna ahlal jannati manzila sayu'tihi Allah mithl malak 50 malakan min muluki dunya. Has it ever hit your understanding that the person who is going to receive the downmost level of paradise, or the person who is going to be on the deep bottom of paradise, is going to receive a kingdom worth 50 kingdoms of those that are held in this life? Think of any kingdom you've ever heard of. We can speak of the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We can speak of the kingdom of United Arab Emirates, and more. Those that you understand. You're going to have these likes of these, and in 50 times. This disturbs our understandings, but this makes us believers. It's those only that believe are going to understand this, are going to digest this and are going to take this as it is. So as you stay in your poor state, as you live in your very low budget state, have it in mind that tomorrow you're going to be a very big person. As I mentioned and told you that when calling people to doing right, we use various ways. But I'm telling you, as you perform subhi, you know the weather and how it touches that morning breeze. As you come for dhuhri, living a lot in the hostel. As you come for asri, living a lot to do down there. As you come for maghrib, living matches going on, living what, and you sacrifice, you come for prayers. As you come for isha, letting your supper become cold, but salah comes first. As you do all this, this awaits you. So digest it and put it in mind that you're not the downest person. You're not the cheapest person in this universe. في حديث عن مسلم, it's a narration in the book of Muslim. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم says, يقول, this is Allah saying, يقول لأدنى أهل الجنة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking to that person who is going to receive that lowest level of paradise. Who of you would wish to have that level? By show of hands. I see none of you wish to have it. You want that? Very serious. Very serious. But Yaqulullah, let's use him as an example. Yaqulullahu lahu, Allah tells that man who feels he is pleased with this level, Ataruba, are you pleased? Ayyakuna laka, to have mithlu malak min muluki dunya, to have a kingdom as that of Kabaka of Uganda. Do you feel pleased if you receive it and they tell you, according to your prayers, your fasting, your what, this is what is worth it, your deeds? Ataruva, do you feel pleased? Does that make you pleased? No government, alhamdulillah, I've received what's enough for me. Fayaqulu, this person is going to say, Raditu, I'm pleased. Because you can't receive what this king of ours have and you still have that thing in you that I'm not pleased. Simply because you're not pleased now because you don't know what the Kabaka holds. But as you go into details for the kingdom, the bounties that come with that kingdom, the peace that he goes through, everything, you feel, alhamdulillah, raditu, this is enough for me. Fayaqulu lahu, then Allah tells you, laka mithlu dhalika, you've gained it. It's granted to you. So you've received a kingdom. Wa mithluhu, and you're going to receive it 2 times. Wa mithluhu, the 3rd time. Wa mithluhu, the 4th time. Wa mithluhu, the 5th time. So you've received 5 kingdoms as looking like those that are existing now. So even though you tell our king, let me leave the king alone. Even though you tell Mr. Simba Jagenda that you're receiving IU 5 times and you're heading that, it's the very you that's heading it, but into 5 times. So he's receiving IU here and another IU, another one, 5 times, and he still remains the rector. He changes his chair and makes it up there. Kubanga batakyasobola kufuga nga ali eno wansi nga ate yafuga bino byonna. Onto this extent, he need to extend his chair, and you may even find you may run mad, in other words, because you're receiving what's beyond your understanding. But Allah is telling you, remember, this is the deepest, the lowest level of paradise. You're receiving this 5 times. فَيَقُولُ فِي الْخَامِسِ, and on the 5th time, this man that said he is pleased with this kingdom, with this one kingdom, on receiving the 5th, he will then say, رَضِيتُ رَبِّي, I'm totally pleased, and this is enough, and very, very enough for me. This is beyond what I expected even. فَقَالَ Allah, Allah is going to tell you, you who thinks that you're the cheapest person, هذا لك, this is for you. وَعَشَرَةُ أَمْثَالِهَا, and it's multiplied into 10 times. Remember, this person received 1 and he was pleased. Allah gave him 5 more and he said, I'm totally pleased. How about when it's multiplied into 10 times, making it how many? Making it how many? 50. So you're having 50 kingdoms and you remain the king. You understand? So this person who is receiving the lowest level of paradise is becoming a king of 1, later a king of 5, and afterwards a king of 50 kingdoms. Suppose you've been a father or a mother in a certain house. This is our home. Suppose, so a man comes and gives you this house, a look alike. He tells you this is your home. According to our culture, then in Buganda, this mother is going to kneel and say, Neyanziza. The man later tells you, I'm giving you 5 more houses. This is beyond kneeling, my dears. You're going to lie. Ogambe, neyanziza, neyanziza, neyanziza. After that, after you lying, agambe soko situke nonkubulire. I'm multiplying it by 10. Kuno kutokuba kwebaka. Kuba kwevulungula. While saying neyanziza, neyanziza, neyanzege. So it's becoming extreme. This is what we're going to have in paradise. Allah is going to give us all this. Remember, Allah, this does not decrease anything from him. Even though he gives us all who are here 50 kingdoms, that's nothing. Ndabola Imam Shafi sogamba wano mwenna abali wano abazze kulumba genda kufuna 15,500 wala yankusu dhalika min shay. Nasigala nga ali kyekimu. You understand? So that's Allah. That's Allah. Allah gives us and nothing is decreased from his wealth. Fayaqulu, this person is going to humbly say, Raditu Rabbi. I appreciate my Lord. I appreciate. I'm pleased. This is extreme. This is beyond my expectation. I'm running mad. All these terminologies are used when a person has received beyond their expectation. وفي رواية, and in another narration, يدخله الله الجنة فإذا دخل الجنة قال هذا لي. Allah is going to hold onto your hand like this and opens doors, tells you enter. You will be like, is this mine? Allah will say, هذا لك. That's yours obviously. ويقول الله, and Allah is going to tell you, taman, wish, make a wish. ويذكره الله, and it's Allah The one that has told you that to wish, reminding you, aren't you forgetting this? Won't you be in need of this? Suppose, let me turn to this side. It's them that need to go for shoppings and outings. You take one of these to an outing and tell her, you take her to BAM there. Very many of them do not know there. But there is a big well, Nani, let's not laugh. There is a very big supermarket up there. Do you know it? Eh? Ama, there is a very big supermarket down there, up there in the town, yeah? It's called BAM Shopping Center. I take you there. A person takes you there, holds onto your hand, and takes you through that metal. You know, waliwo obukanga kangira nga bulaba nti bukanga oveemu kiri eri ekiwuggwe ekyeri ewala. So I hold onto your hand so that you don't shake while going through. We enter. I tell you, make a wish. Pick everything that you feel fits your taste. Kati wanene waliwo abatandise okuwa obufaananyi. She's like, I don't know where I sleep that day, because I chase my roommates out because I want to keep my material there. So someone takes you to that shopping mall center that you're not aware of. They take you there. They hold onto your hand when entering. And on reaching inside, they tell you to choose anything or everything that fits your taste. You'll be like, I'm going to take everything that I've ever thought of. So I know you people have screenshots of those things you like. You pick your phone, you start, I wanted this. Where is it? You go pick it. This person that has taken you there, the one who is going to, the one in charge of all the bills, tells you, haven't you forgotten this? Don't you think you need this too? Huh? Don't you think this one fits your taste? This one looks nice on you. This one, such terminologies. You're like, wow, I've met the best person. It's on that I can tell you do everything. I can tell you to kneel from BAM to here, and you do it. Tawakana. Let me tell you. Let me decrease. I had gone far. I had exaggerated. This is in paradise only. None of this is going to do that for you. Don't make your money. It's let me minimize this. I'm taking you to ours. I tell you, ask for everything you feel like. Wallahi muwakana. I'm telling you, I take you to ours and tell you, ask for everything that you feel you would like to eat. Okay, ours may look cheap. I'm taking you to Semei. Temumanyi iyo kuba si bei yammwe. I'm taking you to Semei. I tell you, ask for everything you feel like. You're like, do you have chicken? Make 2. Do you have chips? Make 2. I ask you, are you going to take it? Yes, I will. I tell you, ask for God. It's still there. Ask for this. Ask for this. I still pay. And on payment, I tell you there is a condition. You're carrying all this on head. Wallahi, I look. I don't send any of you that can hesitate to carry what I've bought for you on head as a condition. See, it's like this. Nani, let me tell you this. I'm not belittling you, or I'm not saying that you cannot afford doing that for yourself. But if a person does this and exaggerates it to that level, to an extent that it's me who is in charge of the bills, reminding you of what to pick. This is another level. Has any of you been taken for a shopping? Mukuba window shopping. Kakati, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you to enter paradise and instructs you to make wishes. And as you wish, it's him that reminds you of what you've forgotten, because your minds are abstract now. You've been distracted. According to what you see, everything looks miraculous, everything looks strange, everything is new. So you're like, wow, what's this? Obeera awo nga bikusobedde ate bwe bagamba make wishes, and it's this person that's make reminds you, so you're like everything is upside down. So that's how paradise is going to look. Allah is going to make you make wishes and reminds you of what to ask. Salmin kadha, this is Allah saying, ask for this. Salmin kadha, ask for this. Don't you like to eat posho? It's still there. Don't you like to have something like a dessert? Pick it. Don't you feel you need a juice? Pick it. Don't you feel it's me who's in charge of the bills that's instructing you on what to take. It means I'm not worried of anything. I'm not worried of anything. I'm ready to pay for each and everything you deserve and you ask for. You understand? So, hatta idha qata'at minhu al-amani. You're going to make wishes. Alhamdulillah, bimpeddeko. It's like you went for a shopping, but you've picked everything you screenshotted previously. You're reminded of what to pick. You've done everything in regards to satisfying your taste. You're now over. That's how it's going to look in paradise. Qala Allah. Afterwards, Allah tells you, Huwa laka. All this is you, is for you. All this is yours. Wa asharatu amthaliha. And it's multiplied into 10 times. So you went, you were afraid of picking a lot of things, but after picking the little you felt and being instructed by the one who is going to take the bills, they tell you multiply every what you've picked by 10. You'll be like, I've met an angel. Wallahi, sikwagala kubayisaamu maaso naye ne bwe mbeera nze walau kuntu ana. Reaching that extent, a person has done everything for me, because you can't satisfy my taste. You know your taste, you know what you feel you want in life, but a person tells you to pick everything you've ever wished to have, and on doing so it's multiplied by 10. قال Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ثُمَّ يُدْخِلُهُ الْجَنَّةِ. After doing all that, after having what you've wished multiplied by 10, you're told to concentrate. Feel at home. This is your place of stay. This is what you worked for. This is what you strived to having. You've got it today. وَيَدْخُلُ عَلَيْهِ زَوْجَتَاهُ. I'm turning this side. After you concentrating in what Allah has given you and Him instructing you on what to pick and what to have, يَدْخُلُ عَلَيْكَ al-azwaj. Do you know what it means being there? Suppose you have your single room. You be in your room having your gas here. This is the bed, this is the gas, this is the toilet, this is what. So everything is like this. A person, you call that self-contained when you're sniffing what you're cooking. You're not serious, young man. You're in your single room, a person picks you from it, takes you to an apartment and tells you on this 3rd floor is your room of stay. You're going to stay there entirely. After that, they tell you what do you wish would be put in this room. you start, I wish to have this, that. Noyogera nebitalowoozangako nebitasobola kwegulira kwetuzaako gwe nga gwe. But being that you've been told to wish, of course I have to wish. Buli kyenjagala kuba ngambye yoya. Nkugamba njagala TV eva kuno nekomeera ate nga yeeweta namukko bweti. Njagala entebe nga nja kutuula wano wenjagala nkubesa mangu ekeeri. All that is my wish. This person gives all that to you. And after they tell you, it's multiplied by 10. On every floor, it's there. You have 10 floors now. From your single room, are you going to remain the same? You take into an apartment containing everything you've ever thought of. And having it, Allah, you're going to become mad. Bagambe nti yanyigidde nyumba ate n'agwa eddalu. Kulwa kubanga he found what exceeded his understanding. So you be there relaxing. Ogamba mponye ennaku ya single room. You're there relaxing. وَيَدْخُلُ عَلَيْهِ زَوْجَتَاهُ. A hard. Do you know a hard? What's a hard for? Mumalamu amaanyi. Temukyasomerako ddala. A hard is of cattle. So you receive a hard. But this time round it's not of cattle. It's of women. And these are not prostitutes, but your wives. It's a hard. Bakuwadde Ghana. The door opens. You're like, what's coming? You see the first 1, 2, 3. You're like, all that is yours. You're going to become mad for the second. You know, when it comes to ladies, that's why you feel some noise coming from this way. It's an abstract to we. I don't want to exclude myself. It's an abstract because you find a person, you say, this is my test. So you're given many looking like this one. So you'll be like, wow, this is what I worked for. You're not going to have each of them, but a mere looking at them and saying, all these are my wives. It's enough. It's enough. Because you don't think that to people that marry 4 wives, they are going to be with them. The time I come and be at my place, I'm just here relaxing. The next day, I go to the other and still relax. The other day, I go to the other and still relax. That's how life moves. So this time round, you're having a herd of wives coming to you, and all of them are your wives. Min hurin ain, not our usual ones. Bano betusiibamu aba bulijjo. Zino ngoye za kusiibamu. Si bano aba bulijjo. La wallahi. I'm sorry, but according to what I'm reading, it's usual. Netuva ku bano aba bulijjo betulabako betumanyizizza amaaso. Bal min hurin ain. The other mentioned virgins, the dwellers of paradise. Do you know what it means? Katika njagala kufunzamu. Do you know what it means? Okubeera nga you've been used to having this meal. You have yewa mukene here. You have salads, sukuma wiki. You have posho here. There is rumonde. There is nsuju. It's a balanced diet, right? But you're then swapped to a buffet. Nebagamba sena kutoyagala. Kumere gye tomanyidde. That's when you understand that this person is coming from deep. Kubajja kusena ne swani jjule naye ng'akyase. Nombuzo oteekawa. Ogamba ki? Nga tabitegeera. Because they are coming from a place where food is limited. Naye atuuse ku ya UPE alina okukyekola. You understand? So it's this time we've been living with these wives of ours, these beautiful queens of ours, but later then yadkhulu alayhi zawjatahu wa min hurin 'ain. Si bano aba bulijjo min hurin 'ain. They are the dwellers of paradise, the ones that have big beautiful eyes. A moment of silence for that. You know, that moment is when a person is going to understand that I've never been an understanding person on earth. Mbadde sitegeerangako kuba bino eno binsobedde. You understand? Fayaqulani lahu, and these wives on entering, they're going to mention these words. Alhamdulillahi alladhi ahyaka lana. Praise be to Allah that given you life for us. Wa ahyana laka, and gave us life for you. Do you feel that devotion that these people are coming with? They are going to serve you wholeheartedly. That is, omanje kitegeeza omuntu okukugamba nti neebaza Allah ampadde obulamu ng'abumpadde ku lulwo, naawe n'akuwa obulamu ng'abumpadde ku lwani? Ku lwange. It's a statement used by a person who is totally devoted to serving you, who is going to do everything that you've ever thought of. Ne bw'omugamba njagala otambule kati leero ng'emikono gy'otambuza mu gali waggulu, they are going to serve you because they devoted themselves to doing this. So these wives that are going to come in are going to mention those words. What do you think of this young gentleman who was seated, who was living in their single room sniffing gas while cooking? Having this life, tovolaba abantu abasinga, the moment you become rich, the whole village knows. Because it's you has been footing, ogenda kulinnyanga boda ofune dade kugoberera. It's you has been eating chapat for lunch, chapat for supper, ogenda kugenda osasula emmere, esasule sepiki namba, bakuweka essowaani mugambe esigadde mugikole kye mwagala. Simply because you picked a million. Oyonoonesa obwongo. The one who has been eating one chapati for break, you want to take 15. Simply because you picked a friend 50,000 while sloping down Abumayanja. Obadde oyase Allah nakusulamu ekyetaano ekiri abrupt. You become distracted, the minds are going, you're going to run mad. Ogambe bagende kwa wazi obala vimu eno ngendo za nabiru yasinga okufumba, simply because owulira sente zikwokya bagambe gundi yakubbye tabeerangako bwati. He has never been happy to that extent. Gundi yatute sente zo simply because anaabye nako. Okitegeera? Omanyi bw'ofuna sente zinya ebintu bezikutuma. So this young gentleman agenda kugamba fayaqulu ma u'tiya ahadun mithla ma u'titu. There is none that has received as I've received. Naye mujjukire, remember, it's this person that received the lowest level of paradise. He is now mentioning, after having this, there is none that has got nga bwenfunye. Kino ekintu zakola ki? Zakisingamu. Simply because abadde awangalira mu mbeera naye gyatakola ki? Gyatakiririzaamu. It has been the worst life for him, switching to the best life. Wa akhir man yadkhulu aljanna yu'tihi Allahu dunya wa 10 amthaliha. And the person that's going to enter paradise, lastly, quote this, lastly, it means the last person to enter paradise. Nga tugamba nti ono yasembyeyo okufuna emmere. Kitegeeza emmere ye yakola ki? His food is for gambling. You're going to get him some rice, brown, white rice. You're going to get him bagenda kumukunganyiza bukunganyiza. They may even end up having soup without pieces. You understand? So this is the last person to receive paradise. Yu'tihi Allahu dunya. Allah is going to reward them Allah is going to grant them this earth. Do you know the width of this earth? No. Do you know the width of this earth? It's very wide. You understand? It's very wide. Have a globe and rotate it. Allah is going to give you this entire earth. وَعَشَرَةُ أَمْثَالِهَا. And not only that, it's multiplied into 10. You're coming last, you're receiving. Because what I'm receiving is worth being given to the first person. And most times, these people that come last in serving, it's not because they wish to be last. It's because they've just you will be served last simply because you were not budgeted for. You understand? So it's this person that's coming last and they're receiving this earth multiplied 10 times.
My brothers behind, try extending this side because we're mixing up with the girls. Just extend this side. It's
very good for the ladies to use this side. However much the number is a bit wide and big. Naye musobola osembera ku maaso eno. Ejjana neyagala nnyo abali mu maaso eno. Simanyi temugyagala. ففي الحديث عن مسلم إن الله يقول لآخر ما يدخل الجنة. It's a narration from Muslim that Allah is going to tell the person that's going to enter paradise last, اذهب فادخل الجنة, go and enter paradise. فإن لك مثل الدنيا وعشرة أمثالها. You're receiving earth multiplied by 10. Even though it begin to okubeera. أو إن لك عشر أمثال الدنيا, or you're having the earth 10 times. Ogenda kubeera awo ng'obwongo bukutawuka tokyategeera bulungi bw'obuuka bwema. You're not understanding the situation. It's going to be very strange. I gave you an example of a person who has been very poor and then they switching to being very rich. That person osobola omusanga nga takyayambala bulungi ngoye bw'aba ayambadde amufeesa agasiba bwe bati enkofiira gy'asooka okwambala, ogenda kulaba things are disturbing him because he is not used to this life. He is used to the other life. Ayambala bwadduka amaliza okwambala nga amaze n'okuyingira taxi gy'asibira amapeesa bw'ati mwasuze mutya. This is the life he is used in. It's this person that is switching to a life whereby he wakes up, breakfast in bed, the cars are waiting, everyone is ready to attend to him. They're like, boss, how you become mad for no good reason, simply because the treatment is exceeding your understanding. It takes you a lot of time getting used to this situation. Kyobalaba omuntu agaggawadde obukulu amenya nga sente aziguddemu bugwe. Most times there are those people that misuse their money simply because they are not used to being wealthy. They are not used to having anything in their pockets. It's this 10,000 that they have that commands him to slap you and give you 10k. Nga nkukuba ne nkusasula. Tonzanyisa I have money. You understand? Simply because these things are strange to him. وَيَا مَنْ مَرِضْتَ. The writer has this to say. يَا مَنْ مَرِضْتَ. You who was very sick on this earth. Have you ever been sick, members? Seriously sick? Previously I was. Look to her. I can stand a witness. Ya man maridhta. Or you has been in this situation whereby you can't do anything for yourself. If it's changing, you helped. You're like, you're in that situation. Wa ya man hazimta. And you has been very sad. there is a situation that came into your life and made you very, very, very sad. وَيَا مَنْ ظُلِمْتَ, and who has been someone has treated you injustice. Waliwo omusiraamu akuyisizza bubi, akulyazaamaanyizza oba akulidde ebbirizo, you feel n'owulira ng'onakuwadde nnyo. It's you. Abshir bil khayri kulli. It's now your time to jubilate. It's your time now to become happy. Abshir bil khayri kulli. You need to become very happy. Fil Jannah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gazetting a lot of bounties for you. Simply for you who feels you're betrayed, who feels you've been done everything, nga bakoze buli kyowulira ni wallahi abantu bannakuwazza, obulwadde bunnumye, obwavu bunnumye, ndidde bubi, nsuze bubi, mpangalidde mu mbeera embi. There is that person who can tell you, Sheikh njala ennuma, mallahu bihi alim. It's like I've spent 5 days without having anything. Have you ever been in that situation? You feel you're sick. N'ogamba omuntu guno omusujja ogunnumye tegunnannumako obuwangaazi bwange bwonna bwe nnyina ng'olina emyaka 10 naye ng'ogamba ogereko bunnumye. This is the worst I've ever had. Enjala esobola okukuluma jamaani n'ogamba this hunger has mistreated me. You understand? Abshir bil khayri kulli. It's now time for you to jubilate. Ama alimta. Hasn't this heated your understanding, your minds? Were you not informed? Annaka satansha kulla shaqa'in bisabghatin fil jannah. Were you not informed that you're going to forget all that we've mentioned by a peep in paradise? Kuba kafaananyi nga obadde owangaalira mu mbeera nga ya nzikiza. You've been living in total darkness. The biggest thing you can have with you is a candle of 200. Then ng'olina emyaka 4, on your 45th birthday, a brother comes home with a light. You be in your bed preparing to come have your candle lightened, and then you prepare supper. That man switches on that light. You're like, hey, don't disturb my sight. Do you want me to stop seeing? Bino ze sabimanyira nzijako embeera z'e Kampala tombonyaabonya nkumira candle yange wamma. You understand? By mere switching of the light, everything is osobola okugamba nti we've been in which universe? Tubadde mu mbeera kiffe. So it's this person that has faced all we've mentioned lately that's going to be made peep in paradise like this. Tarfata ayn. A blink of an eye like this. Bagevaayo. Wa yus'al. Bakubuuze. Hal ra'aita bu'satan qat? Have you ever been in a hard situation? Allah, we are very weak. This person is going to say, Wallahi, ma marra bi bu'satan qat. I've never had anything like hard life. By a mere peep. Kati lwaki obonaabona? Doesn't this make you feel relieved? Isn't this enough for you to become happy and to feel you have what's totally enough for you? By a peep. Bagenda kubuuza olabe ku mbeere olasuzeyo ku njala ggwe ogambye nze mbadde neerira emmere yange envaako. By a peep. But because ma a'addahu Allahu fil Jannah, what Allah put in paradise tebisoboka. Fayaqulu lahu ya ibna Adam. Bagenda kubuuza hal ra'aita bu'satan qat? olabiko ku mbeera embi ogambe wallahi ma marra bi busatan qat la ya rab bino sibirabangako nze mbadde mu bulamu obulungi nze gwolaba yet you've been ng'obadde okuba ekiraka ku kiraka n'okubako n'ekiraka but you've forgotten all this because of a people. قال الله قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, the Prophet says as we conclude, إذا دخل أهل الجنة الجنة, when the dwellers, when the people that are going to stay in paradise, the moment they are made to enter, yunadi munadin, they are going to receive a call, inna lakum an tahyu fala tamutu abadan. It's a must for you to live, to stay. You're not going to die anymore. Wa inna lakum an tasihhu fala tasqamu abadan. And it's a must for you to stay healthy. You're not going to feel anything like sickness. Walakum an tashubbu fala tahrumu abadan. It's a must for you to be youths. You're not going to become old anymore. في حديث نبي وغامبي أنتي أبناء 33. We are going to be youths or aged 33 years. Any of you has 33 years of age? We're going to be aged 33 years of what? Of age. Fala tahrumu abadan, and you're not going to become aged. You're going to be in that age for your entire life, for your whole stay in paradise. Wa inna lakum an tana'amu fala tab'asu abadan, and you're going to be in a miraculous environment. You're going to be in an environment filled with miracles, with bounties, with all favors. You're not going to feel anything like sadness. My dears, if this is going to be a must onto us, not dying, not falling sick, not becoming aged, not feeling sad. You know what pains this gender mostly is becoming aged. The moment you call her Jajja, even though she's 45, agamba tommanyira, am I your grandmother? The moment you call her baby, even though she's 60, she fakes that smile. You've done it, my son. You understand? So it's on to you entering paradise that you're going to be a youth. You're not going to become old at any moment. Ogenda kubeera makeup bw'omwekuba ng'akyakwata. Bagamba smilingako nga smile ekyakola ki? Ekyalabika. And you're going to be in miracles day after the other. Qala sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The hadith, we finalize this. أول زمرة يدخل الجنة على صورة القمر ليلة البدر. The first set that's going to enter paradise. Bijja kubeeramu emitendera mukole fujjo nga mukimanyi. So the first set is going to be على صورة القمر ليلة البدر. They are going to be in a state of a moon on the 15th day of the month. Do you know how it shines? Do you know how it lightens? It's them. ثم الذين يلونهم على أشد كوكب دري في السماء إضاءة. Then the second, those are going to become after to come after them, they are going to look as the brightest star in the sky. But as you look in the sky, that's the second generation. La yabulun, there is no going for short course in paradise. La yatagawwatun, there is no going for long course. All this stops here. La yattafilun, there is no spitting. You know, when a person feels something that's disturbing their taste, they spit, right? So togenda kusanga ekikuleetera kuwandula, there is no spitting. Wala yamtakhitun, and there is no sneezing. Amshatuhum dhahab, their combs are going to be golden. Warisquhum al-misk, and their sweat is going to be that odor of misk. Do you know what it means when you feel like you need to excrete? You know excretion. You need to excrete. You sit somewhere, you sweat, you smell misk. That's the end of it. Have you ever smelled someone who smells very Azwajuhum al-hurun ain, their wives are going to be the other virgins we mentioned before, having big beautiful eyes. It's them. Ala khalqi rajulin wahidin ala surati abihim Adam, they are going to be reshaped. We are going to be rebuilt so that we resemble our dad Adam alayhi salam. Sittuna dhira'an fi sama, we are going to be as tall as 60 yards. This is very short. That's how Allah is going to reshape you. أخيرا أحثكم وعليكم وأستلزمكم بدعوة الله أن يدخلنا الجنة. I urge you, dear members, let's seek, let's ask, let's pray from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among the dwellers of paradise. This is the best destination one could work for. This is the best place a person could wish to last their entire lives. You know, if you ask people here, they have dream countries, dream places. There, omuntu alina we yaligambye nti nze bwe nva ewaffe ebusamaga, I want to stay in this place. Era the moment you pick them from their place of stay to the other dream place of them, that's the end of their life. Taddayo kutegeera. They will never understand anything. They are in their dreams. They've reached their future. So it's this destination, the so-called paradise, that everyone could wish to have. Remember, the Prophet said that paradise has got 100 levels. And between every level, between the first and the second, ma bayna as-sama'i wal ardh, the distance between the first person to the second, ma bayna as-sama'i wal ardh, is equal to the distance between earth and heaven. This doesn't fit our understanding, I know. It disturbs. But this is what makes us believers. It's the believers that believe, those that distract their understandings. It's the believers that believe while they've not witnessed. So members, dear members, let's make use of our daily prayers to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us dwellers of paradise. Allah tufula abantu abagenda okwangalirako mu jjana. We've had a lot of hardships. We really deserve being dwellers of paradise. Tuyise mu mbeera ekaluba wallahi. Twetaaga Allah atuwe ejjana. Naye tugisabe ate tugikolere. Let's not waste any single moment without asking Allah, Allahumma adkhilni al-jannah wa a'idhni min an-nar. Because that's the second, the microsecond you're going to regret on failing to making it. I wish and ask Allah to make all of us among the dwellers. Allahumma ja'alna mimma yastami'una wa yattabi'una ahsana. Allahumma adkhilna al-jannah بغير حساب ولا عقاب. اللهم اجعلنا مما يستمعون القول ويتبعون احسنه. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. وبارك اللهم على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.